This morning I have the pleasure of reciting our school creed and introducing our principal. Today I will walk in a wildcat way because I am special and unique. I will make today the best day can be by investing my learning. I can and will succeed. Failures are behind me. New challenges are before me. I will accept responsibility for my behavior and consequences. I task myself to enter the school with the expectation of excellence. For myself, my teachers, and my peers, I will be satisfied with nothing but my best. I will respect myself and others because I am a sagacious and tenacious person. I promise to uphold this creed each day. I accept the challenge because I am a Booker T. Washington Wildcat Scholar. Our principal, Ms. Alita Brent, she has been in education for 14 years. She has served as our amazing principal for 3 years. But what you may not know is Ms. Brent not only serves as the top Wildcat here at Washington, but she also serves our country in the military for over 20 years. Please join me with the round of applause as we welcome Ms. Brent.
Would you all please give Ms. Abigail Walker another round? Welcome, Mr. Ford, the administrative staff of the Little Rock School District, Mrs. Alice Nolan, President Vicki Hatter, and school board members, Representative Denise Ennett, Dr. Barr, the City of Little Rock, ARcare, Booker T. Washington students, staff, parents, and community partners and distinguished guests in person and watching virtually. Washington Elementary was named for Booker T. Washington, an American educator and founder of the Tuskegee Institute. The original building opened in 1949. The present building opened in August 1989 as an incentive school. Washington became a magnet school in 1990 and offered magnet programs in math and science for many years. Currently, we serve about 330 kindergartners through 5th grade students as a public school, which extends as far north as the Arkansas River and south of the Interstate 30. Our mission is to ensure all students learn at high levels and are challenged to continuously improve. Our faculty and staff accept this challenge because we are committed to the success of our students. This commitment has resulted in ongoing collaboration as part of the Arkansas Professional Learning Community at Work, Cohort 5, and the implementation of the Leader in Me framework to promote proactive student leadership development. Evidence of Leader in Me is being demonstrated today with our student leaders, Abigail Walker, Emmanuel Morales, Cyrus Walker, and Kamari Holtz, who are part of this grand opening celebration. Our school's mission is now extended as we have partnered with the Little Rock School District and the City of Little Rock to be a community school that will ensure equitable support and resources for our students and our school neighborhood. Today, we celebrate the grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony of the ARcare Washington School-based Telehealth Clinic. We appreciate the support and generosity of our partners and supporters within the community who help make our school's mission possible. Please welcome Emmanuel Morales to the stand.
My name is Emmanuel Morales, and I am a 5th grade student in Ms. Dennis's class. It is an honor for me to introduce our superintendent of the Little Rock School District, Mr. Mike Ford. Mr. Ford has worked in the field of education for 38 years, and he has served as our superintendent for 6 of those 38 years. Mr. Ford cares deeply about every student, staff, family member, and community stakeholder of the Little Rock School District, but he also has room in his heart for his fur baby, Maynard, his basset hound that kind of stinks a little. Everyone, please help me welcome to the stand in true Wildcat style, Mr. Mike Poor.
Thank you, Emmanuel. And I just want you to know that both Emmanuel and I had haircuts. Okay? His is a little bit cleaner looking. Mine's a little cooler. Just for this special occasion, we wanted to look clean, didn't we? So I found that out this morning. You know, this is such a great representation of what a leader in me concept is about. So when you think of leader in me and what you try to accomplish in terms of instilling opportunities for students to be out in front, students to help lead, but also taking it even farther out and saying, here's what we as a community can go do together, using these same Stephen Covey type concepts. So, think about it. How in the world can that not be looked at as being proactive? We are being proactive in trying to make sure that every one of our kids, every one of our staff are healthy. And that they're able to be the human beings that can go be productive, whether it's in the classroom or even away from our school environment. That's an awesome example of being proactive. You think about synergy and the opportunity to work with ARcare, the opportunity to work with our school nurses, the opportunity to work with our staff here, and then to work with our parents. Okay, that's synergy at its finest level, to be able to have that happen. That all ties in to everything we've been trying to think about in terms of community school model, which Dr. Barth, I don't want to steal his words, but Dr. Barth and Mr. Smith have been working on over the last, really, 2 years. So synergy is happening. And then you think another Covey concept is think win-win. Boy, is this win-win-win-win-win-win-win all over the place. Because of this virtual delivery, we're going to keep kids in school that would maybe have to be home or absent for longer periods of time, being able to address their needs in a quicker fashion. And so I'm very excited about this, and again, don't want to steal Mr. Shackelford's words, but he shared that we're now, this district, we're one of 14 in this entire state that has a virtual clinic. I'm pretty proud of that. And again, it's a win-win. What does that all end up being then as part of the Covey thing? Is it's a flywheel. Now, this allows momentum to happen on all sorts of fronts. Healthier children are going to be able to be more productive in the classroom, be able to get to the reading that we want to be really at grade level reading. It's going to lend itself to young people understanding how the medical community really can support them. That's not always been the case in parts of Little Rock, that there's been access. Now, this helps provide a whole different level of access for our students, our staff, and our families, which is just so exciting. So I'm thrilled with this. I'm so excited to let you go back and look. I got to take a sneak on what that clinic looks like. And it's awesome. This fits in the Little Rock model. We have a dental clinic that is able to help everybody in this entire district receive the dental care need that they have. We now have multiple school-based clinics. This one now, the newest one added, it's a virtual clinic. The Bright Futures program that allows families that have challenges, issues, where there's gaps, that we're going to go take care of those gaps within 24 hours. When we wrap around like a community like that and go support families and students in these real ways, that's going to lend some great outcomes. I'm so proud of Washington Elementary. I appreciate Principal Brandt's leadership. She said you heard that she's a little military. Believe me, she has a little military in her relationship with the superintendent even, okay? She can be rather demanding. And the good thing is that she doesn't get to speak again, so I feel comfortable saying that. I will pay the price later. But I am so excited about what's happening here. Appreciate your leadership. Appreciate you as students stepping up today to help show what you're all about at this school. Congratulations to all of you. And I have the opportunity now to introduce Dr. Jay Barth, one of our key community partners.
Thank you, Superintendent Moore, and thank you for the ongoing partnership between the City of Little Rock and the Little partnerships are the power that changes this community. I want to thank you. I also want to thank Darian Smith, who you mentioned, who is my partner in crime from the district. We work together daily in terms of the implementation of the community school model. And then there are the schools and the leaders at the schools, Ms. Branch, Ms. Moore, Angelina Johnson, who is the community school coordinator here. This team is fantastic and lives out the values of the community school model every day, because they are tied to this neighborhood, tied to this community, care deeply about what's going on, not just in this building, but in the blocks around it. And so I really celebrate y'all. Every community school, the four that we now have up and running, they're all special. This one's really special to me because it's my neighborhood school, and so I particularly care deeply about what goes on here at Washington. You know, the community school model has four key tenets. We want to be sure that students have the supports they need to thrive and be their best. We want to be sure that there are high-quality out-of-school learning experiences for students. We want to be sure that it's not just about supporting students, but supporting families and supporting the neighborhoods and communities around those schools. And finally, it's about community voice and being sure that everyone has a voice. Students, parents, community members, teachers have a voice in what's going on in that school, especially when it comes to these wraparound services. And all these four community schools and the others that we hope to develop in the future, they're going to look different when it comes to the implementation of those four key tenets. We know that's true because every neighborhood in this lovely community is different. But we know that there are some basics that every community school must have because the needs are very clear. And the three most important basics that we knew had to be taken care of in the community schools before we begin implementing other programs, or along with implementing other programs, were first being sure that the food security needs of that school and that community were met. Secondly, that the physical health needs were met. And finally, that the behavioral health needs were met. Those are fundamental. And excitingly, in this first year of the community school model being implemented, we have active school pantries in all four schools. One, a long-standing relationship at the Stevens school with a community partner, and then three new school pantries that are up and running, serving families every week. I believe today is Pantry Day here in Washington, and that's, of course, a partnership with the Arkansas Food Bank. In terms of behavioral health, we of course have the mental health providers that have been active in the schools for a period of time, but we're now in the process of adding social workers at every school who will be based at that school. And indeed, if you knew a social worker who would love to work in a school environment, the job here at Washington is open, as is the job at Chico Elementary. Go to the LRSD website. There's a great application there. And then finally, there's physical health. And Mike began to mention it, but we have two school clinics that are based at the school, that are physical school clinics. And that's, of course, the clinic at Stevens, which has been there a while, a partnership with Arkansas Children's Hospital, which is a very vibrant partnership. Mary Otwell, the director of clinics in the district, is here, and she really ran that clinic and was the glue there for a number of years. We have the newer clinic at Chico, which is really an exciting clinic, and indeed has a vision component, which is super thrilling. The Watson Elementary, what we have done there is those students are being transported over through a partnership with the district's transportation office from Watson to Chico to get their needs met, so that they can get their immunizations and other needs. This school was more challenging in terms of figuring out what the answer might be, and we started a conversation with ARcare about 2 years ago about what might be in terms of a virtual or telehealth clinic. And this is the school that made sense. The physical space was here, and the innovative spirit was here, and that's what it's all about. And so I'm thrilled to bring up Clint Shackelford from ARcare. We'll talk a little bit about the model here. Thank y'all so much for your dedication to Washington and to the Little Rock School District.
Good morning, everyone. I want to start off by just saying how thankful we are to be a part of your district. We have felt welcome. We have walked into this place many times unannounced, checked on the window, asked if we could come in the beginning, Ms. Branch, you and your team have been great to us, and really a heartfelt thank you for that hospitality that we've received from you. When I got asked to speak today, I thought, gosh, what do you cover, and how do you talk about all that we're doing in schools, and how are we trying to fulfill our mission? And I thought, well, I better start with thanking our team, because I'm going to tell you, my telehealth team, I am surely not the expert on it. I just glanced at who is. But I want to take a moment and introduce just a few of those folks, if I could, because they're the folks that make it happen. Ms. Lauren Fields is the ARcare Chief Nursing Officer. She's sitting in the back humbly, but she really is a driver of our telehealth program. So proud of her. Also, we have Caroline Cody. She is our Virtual Health Director. She has really worked diligently to make this come to fruition. Devin English is our Senior Nurse Manager. He's our clinical components that come with this. And also today, not our only provider that we have that provides care virtually, but Miss Leslie Whitefield is here. There she is. She's sitting, and she wore your colors today, and it wasn't intentional. So maybe that's divine intervention. I don't know. But we appreciate you coming today and the face of the name. She's a pediatric APN that we're providing virtual care to your students, family, and staff members. At ARcare, we have an internal motto, and I've heard the word partner today several times, but our internal memo is partner, partner, partner. If you come to any of our conferences, you'll hear that repetitively. And I can't think of a better scenario where we have taken the community school model and our theory on partnering and brought that to fruition, because a school, a city, and a healthcare entity coming together to serve folks that need healthcare. And we're very excited to be able to bring that to you. This model we have replicated around the state, and I would have to say this one is the most unique because of that partnership. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of that, Dr. Barr. We're here to serve you. We want you to ask for things that you need, and we're going to provide those to you. So thank you so much once again for letting us come in and be a part of your business. Thank you.
My name is Cyrus White. I'm a 4th grade student in Ms. Martin's class, and I will be introducing Ms. Portia Casey. Ms. Casey is one of our kindergarten teachers here at Washington. She has been in education for 9 years. Some of those years have been right here at Washington. When Ms. Casey is not helping from a 6-year-old lions for kind and successful. She has a small craft business. Let's all welcome Ms. Casey.
Thank you, Cyrus. As Cyrus said, I'm Ms. Casey. I teach kindergarten here in Washington, and I had the pleasure of learning about ARcare at the beginning of the school year. And when we were told that it would be a full functioning clinic and free, I knew I was on board. And I knew at some point this school year I would end up needing it. And sure enough, at the beginning of this month, my daughter caught strep one weekend. And by that Monday, my throat started itching. I was like, oh God. And by Wednesday, I couldn't talk, could barely swallow. I said, well, let me call in. So I called in, came straight to the clinic. I was greeted by the nurse. She did all of my pre-work, did my strep test. And by the time I was on the phone with the doctor, or on the video call with the doctor, my results came in. So he read me my results, answered any questions I had, gave me information, shipped off my prescription, and I was in and out within an hour. It was so easy, so pleasant. It didn't cost me a dime. And by the time I needed it again for our annual checkup, I canceled my catapult when I knew they were coming here, and I just checked in, went out to the mobile, and I was done with that probably 35 minutes. So I encourage teachers, staff, students, the community to utilize this clinic. It is amazing. It's the best thing that this school could have brought for the community. And that brings me to talk about our amazing assistant principal that's coming up, Miss Michelle Moore. She has been in education for 18 years. This is actually her first year at Washington as a Wildcat. And she's proudly serving as our assistant principal. And a fun fact about Ms. Moore is that she's an Arkansas award-winning photographer. She does not like to call herself that, but that is what she is. Ms. Moore?
Good morning. I actually told Ms. Casey it's amateur photography. Welcome, everyone. So, Booker T. Washington once stated, "Those who are happiest are those who do the most for others." Our school is very fortunate to be supported by a happy and dedicated network of people that put students and families first. The grand opening of ARcare at BTW solidifies this commitment of support for our school community. Our vision of fostering the whole child through academics, leadership, and social emotional growth can now reach new heights with the addition of healthcare. Leader in Me has a saying, and it's actually printed on our program today. Great happens here. Well, great is definitely happening at Booker T. Washington. If you will now please direct your attention to the screen to see our amazing students give us a quick preview inside our new telehealth clinic.
Welcome to the ARcare Washington School-based Telehealth Clinic, where we keep the mind and body healthy.
When we don't feel good, our nurses make sure we're seen by a doctor or a nurse practitioner.
What's a nurse practitioner?
Well, that's a nurse with advanced training who can figure out what I need as a patient. The nurses talk with parents and help schedule appointments at the clinic.
Want to hear something really cool? The appointments are virtual, so that means our parents can join from wherever they are.
Said, well, let me come make a visit because it wasn't getting better. So I don't.
But that's not all. If I'm feeling angry or sad, I can talk about it with a behavioral health specialist. Virtual appointments are available in the clinic to help students talk about things that may be bothering them. Here at the Washington School-based Telehealth Clinic, we are able to serve students, staff, and families from wherever they are.
Because great happens here.
So our Wildcat student leaders did an amazing job creating this video. And just an FYI, this video will be online as well, so you can listen and watch it at your leisure. If you will now please join us at the entryway to the clinic for our ribbon cutting ceremony.